This is Billy Balls, Alan Crotchbrain. Billy Balls is fine. Or Kitty Key, either way. You can call me Kitty Key as a martial sportist if you like. But yes, all of those things, I was one of the two weirdos. Yes, and it's been a long time since I've wore this particular hoodie outfit, yeah. I was also the rap guy in the Gaga sketches. Yes, so here I am. Again. Crotch. Told that vicariously through Cowcat that Mark's Cards has also seen Star Wars and that he liked it, but Cowcat loved it. So I am going to do a review with spoilers. Later on, we're going to do, in the beginning of 2016, we're going to do another one. So, Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Yes, I've seen it. And I'm going to give stuff away now, and then my hoodie thing that looks vaguely like either the Dark Jedi Sith or some twisted Jedi mockery. And Kitty Key had been around for a while, so I'll let him review it. So anyway, I came back to tell you about all the Cowcat goodness and stuff. And I was going to get around to talking about Star Wars. So I'm going to talk about Star Wars. Alright, The Force Awakens. J.J. Abrams directed The Force Awakens. Starred a bunch of new people that I hadn't heard of. Adam Driver I hadn't really heard of. Daisy Ridley I hadn't really heard of. I'm going to totally destroy that guy's name, so I'm not going to mention it. The guy that played the Finn, he was in it. I haven't heard of him either. There was a Game of Thrones lady dressed as Captain Phasma. Sounds like Spasma. And we have lots of characters. And of course, Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher have returned for this one. The Force Awakens begins on the desert planet Jakku, which is sort of like Tatooine, but with one sun, and there's crashed bits of the Empire all over the planet, and ships and things. And on the planet, there is a guy named Poe Dameron who is talking to this old guy, sort of his sage, who gives him the map to where Luke Skywalker is. Luke Skywalker is missing, you see. And it tells him that this map, put it in this BB unit. It's a droid, new droid with rolls. And the Empire attacks. Well, now they're called the First Order. The First Order attacks, and this guy named Kylo Ren is leading them. And they want the map so they can find him and defeat him. He hasn't been seen in decades, apparently. Then we intercut to other scenes of carnage in the village. And, and a stormtrooper among them, FAN 2187. Aeropost Deltroid. He goes out and he has a crisis of conscience. He realizes that he can't kill anymore, so he basically goes, and he freaks out because this one stormtrooper gets killed, and he touches his face, and this blood goes down his stormtrooper helmet. Cool. Yeah, and it was like this is going to be kind of dark. Yeah. Following day, we got Daisy Ridley's character of Rey, a petite but strong-willed character. Daisy Ridley's Rey, and she is a scavenger. And she lives inside a dead AT-AT walker that's been turned over, and she scavenges around inside a giant superstar destroyer that crashed on the planet. And brings her salvage back to the junkyard owner. Actually, that guy is actually Simon Pegg playing the junkyard owner. The Force is strong as this one. Yes. And there's like a lightsaber back here. But yeah, so basically Rey and Finn Well, Finn basically Fin goes back to the ship, and when he's there, Poe Dameron was the fighter pilot guy, and he gets captured by the Empire and the First Order. I keep saying the Empire, First Order guy, and he interrogates him, but then Finn busts him out because he wants to betray the First Order, Empire, First Order, and go to the planet. So he wants to escape. So Poe and Finn escape to the planet in a TIE fighter that crashes, and Finn ends up with Poe's jacket, and it appears that Poe's dead. Finn wanders into the village and meets up with Rey, and then they dodge enemy fire and dodge bad guys and other things, and race along as the troopers are looking for their betrayer and for the droid. Things start getting real, so they make their way to the junkyard, and as they're running along, the hero scene happens, and we get to see them. We get to see a certain ship, and the Millennium Falcon sitting there. The audience just Millennium Falcon! Oh my God! Like, and there it is. Well, and they go on it, and of course somehow it still works, and fly off it. They get up to space avoiding the bad guys, and they find this ship that looks a lot like it's a blocky Praetor kind of ship. Looks a lot like something out of Marx Cards and Calcat's stories called Starcrackers, which is kind of interesting. And the aliens that the ship is carrying look like something out of Star Trek Meets on Location. But yeah, they're not. It's coincidence. Also, the later Super Star Destroyer thing kind of looks like a diadem from Distant Destinies, but it's not. So yeah, there's a bunch of callbacks in this. Kylo Ren apparently is really trying to get the droids and get back to this Emperor Snoke guy. Emperor Snoke then reveals that Kylo Ren is in fact the son of Han Solo and Leia. So yeah, that's thrown out there pretty early on. That's interesting because and not only that, he's also finds Darth Vader's melted, charred head in his helmet, and is apparently sort of talking to it like Hamlet or something. So he's Hamlet and he's Greek tragedy all in one. Shakespeare and Greek tragedy all in one. So why not do a little Icarus? I mean, they're going to do Icarus, and they're going to do the Damocles and a little bit of Zeus and all kinds of things thrown in there. But they're also going to do a little Shakespeare, a little Hamlet, a little King Lear. So why not? If you're going to riff something, riff that. Just to be different. And it's a Star Wars movie. It really is. But it also works as folklore. So they've stolen away on the ship. They've found the Falcon. Finn and Rey have found the Falcon, and they're on this pirate ship. And lo and behold, the pirate ship. Guess who shows up? Oh. And Chewie, we're home. Yes, Han Solo shows up with Chewie. In a slightly different scene than in the trailer. And they want to know why their ship has been taken by these two renegades. And Finn gives him a story, and he doesn't quite believe it because he's Han Solo. And so they have to defeat these two pirate rebel groups, these two gangs come onto the ship. And they have to defeat them, which they dispatch rather quickly, using the aliens they accidentally let out. They escape, and they escape to another planet on the Millennium Falcon. And once on the other planet, then they find they go to a cantina type planet, but it's more forested, but it's not indoor. They get to this other planet, and they see all these callbacks to the video games and Force Unleashed, New Jedi Order, all that stuff. all that good Boyd stuff is in there. So hopefully he's getting the rewards. And little Kevin Smith's thrown in there too, because he was there that day. They filmed that. They go there, and Han Solo meets up with this little orange lady alien that then shows Rey Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Empire Strikes Back. That was the one that fell into the city when Luke got his hand cut off by Darth Vader. So yeah, it's Darth Vader. So that's that lightsaber. They find that one, and it calls to Rey, but she doesn't want it. Finn has run off, and then the rebellion, the resistance shows up while the stormtroopers are attacking the building. And the resistance is led by General Leia Organa, who is now divorced from Han Solo. Yet they have a reunion, but the reunion is short-lived because the stormtroopers in the city bad guys attack, and they use the Super Star Destroyer's power as well on the New Republic planet, which is not Coruscant, even though some fans thought it was. And then more action happens on another planet. They blow up the temple thing. We don't know if the Orange Lady survived, but probably. They're back to the Rebel base on the Rebel planet, which is then attacked. But only after they get more information about the map and whereabouts of how to defeat the Super Star Destroyer, which is a planet ship. Not just a moon ship like the Death Star, but a whole planet. It has an atmosphere, everything. It's an ice planet. So it's like they turned Hoth into a planet, deadly planet ship thing with a gun. Big freaking gun. Fire it at other planets. So they're going to try and knock out this planet, and it's hilarious that Han Solo just vaguely says to them, he just says, well, how do we blow it up? But yeah, so they figured out how to blow it up, and they go there. And there's this big fight on the planet ship. And because you gotta have a planet ship, you gotta have a big fight on the planet ship. That's the way it goes in Distant Destinies as well. So, but yeah, which is also a space epic. But we continue with the Abrams thing on the planet. There's a showdown between Han and Kylo Ren. We'll get to that only after he captures Rey. Messes with her mind too, but he didn't get very far. The bad guys capture Rey during the attack, and the Kylo Ren captures her, but she's developing her force power. She's force sensitive, like the black guy, like Finn is. She also is. It's not clear who she is in the story. They don't address it, but the consensus pretty much is that she is a relative of Luke Skywalker and possibly Han Solo and Leia. It's not said, though. Everyone is presuming that she is, in fact, Han and Leia's niece, and that she is Luke Skywalker's daughter, which kind of would make sense. However, it's odd that he doesn't, that Uncle, Han Solo wouldn't just happen to say, I'm your uncle. But but yeah, that's not official, but probably will be. And yeah. So she manages to escape using the Force. And she goes and she convinces the guard to let her go using the Force. And then there's another fight, and then she's running around. Sure. And then Han confronts Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren is freaking nuts, but also calm about it. He's psychotic. He's just losing his mind. And Han, he wants to take away his pain and stuff. So Han walks out onto the bridge, this big old bridge with a chasm. Whenever there's a bridge with a chasm, some shit's going down. Okay. So they get on the chasm, and they're like, oh shit, somebody's gonna get it. And it's not gonna be Kylo because he's the new guy. So I see it's kind of messed up because it's his dad, but unlike in Return of the Jedi, Kylo Ren literally jacks up Actually, it's kind of like Return of the Jedi in a way. Kills him. Kills his father. It's really messed up. But geez. So Han Solo gets killed by Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is the last turn to the dark side. He goes around, he's flipping out. He fights Finn in the forest. And he also gets attacked by Rey. There's a big lightsaber sword battle. And while they're attacking the planet ship, which is falling apart because they're jacking up the... And while they're attacking the planet ship, they're jacking up the planet ship. They're blowing it up. And finally, so they blow it up. And well, they're going to. And Finn gets wounded, knocked out. And Rey fights him using Luke's lightsaber. So Rey decides to use the lightsaber. And somehow she can use a lightsaber. Probably just the Force, I guess. But she totally jacks up that Kylo Ren. and they escape. And the planet and story. And then they find the rest of the map that was downloaded onto R2-D2, who's been laying dormant. And the little BB unit has a piece of that map. They put it together, and they find out where Luke Skywalker is. Rebels go back to the base. They find Luke Skywalker after they blew the planet ship up. So they go there. And, yeah, that's pretty much the whole movie. And she heads out to, after saying goodbye to Leia, who does not indicate that she's Aunt Leia. Well, she probably is. Sends her out on a mission to find Luke Skywalker. And the closing scene is reminiscent of both the Airbender movie, but a good version of it, if they ever made one, and Star Wars and other things, by having her show up and find old Luke Skywalker, who is on a planet that actually looks like a cross between the Airbender planet and the planet Detgrumis in Distant Destinies, and the planet of the main Maelstrom world in Maelstrom, Star March cards. So it looks like that. It's the island planet. So Detgrumis in Distant Destinies is actually in Star Wars. No, it's not the same planet, but it kind of looks like it. So yeah, but yeah, so Star Wars ends right there. Yeah, the movie, that's the whole plot. Mark's Cards and Cal Cat will be discussing the movie in 2016, a couple of weeks from now. Only a couple of weeks. New Year's is next week. Yeah, I was going to do like a whole character thing over here and over there and everything, but Creech character here has a bit of a cold, so I don't want to do that. Yeah. So I'm not going to. So there's my review of it with a little bit of behind the scenes of stuff. Force Awakens, spoiler-laden review. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Go see it in theaters. Luke Skywalker and stuff. Han and stuff. Yeah, overall, an awesome experience. Great movie. J.J. Abrams definitely fit to take that mantle of that story. He's only doing this one, though. The next one will be directed by the guy who directed Looper. And, Rogue One comes out next year, and that's not related. It's sort of a prequel. Doing all kinds of things, Star Wars. At Disneyland, they found out a bunch of stuff about the different rides and attractions, including that Jedi and Force thing they're building out of the old Imaginarium Theater. But yeah, so cool. So yeah, this is Creech, and go and see the movie. Probably already read the spoilers. There's a spoiler review of the movie. Creech reviewing the movie. Preach meringue. Yeah. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Can't really see where my head is. The Cal Cat review show, the Cal Cat blog show, and all of the other Calicat goodies have been renewed. Gonna be ending the season, but because of mitigating circumstances, unlike 2 years ago when that other failed reality TV show bit happened, we're just getting started. So we said that the Calicat show was going to end. It had no impact on the blog sphere, so it's not ending. Yeah, it's not going away. So 2 more seasons have been greenlit. Going to season 9. Next season coming up is going to be season 8. There's all these new Star Wars things and other things that seem to be like Calicat and Mars cards. Let's stick around. So there we go. Yeah. So yes, the Calicat show. This is going to be near the season ending. We're gonna do a movie awards thing coming up, and we're gonna do the Clarabelle Awards. We're told that actually that originated from not just a cat. That was actually a Disney thing, and that cat was not just named Santa Clara, as in Clara, but the cat was a black and white cat that was actually named after Clarabelle the cow from the Disney cartoons of that time period. So there you go. So the Clara Awards is indirectly Disney related. Also, we couldn't give away a lot of the Disney Star Wars stuff that we saw on the trip. Now we can. We've seen the movie. Give away that they're making a lot of new Star Wars things at Disneyland, and that we're not going back for probably 8 or 9 months because it's not going to be done yet. So, but when we do, it'll be full on point movie magic. Yeah. So, but if we throw ride-throughs and we put the music on, we're going to get flagged. Apparently he's an Abercrombie droid. No, he's an Aeropostal. My cameo happens to be later, but yes, we'll get into that later. Calcat's not in it, but I am. Yes. That's where Kitty Key has been. He's been on the Star Wars. Yeah, just kidding. I wasn't in it. I had you going there for a second. I had you going. Aha. But yeah, I was Star Trek. Anyway, but yeah, they get up into space. So hold on.
Or is it still recording?
Yes. All right. Yeah. So. Oh, my head came off. So. Bo Dabber. Yes. Haven't seen much of him lately, but yeah. So. That's Star Wars. Yes, and so yeah, and so we go on there, and but yeah, they kind of yeah, so he gets killed. I guess like in Return of the Jedi, in Empire Strikes Back, he wanted to be killed, and he gets killed.
The farce is strong with this one, yeah.
Give in to your anger. So, Darth Sideous. So, Skywalker, let me pleasure you with my dark saber. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that one.